Greetings. We are still in this series of answering the lies of John Hagee against Allah and against Islam. In his sermon, Who is Allah? You can see it on YouTube under Who is Allah, John Hagee. He says, Islam is Islam a faith of peace? 19 of the 19 persons who flew the planes were Muslims against the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. They were Muslims. And he say they flew against those buildings, quoting the Qur'aan, not John 3:16. For God so loved the world. They chanted praise Allah, Allahu Akbar. Well, let us start from the beginning, because this idiot doesn't know the story. You heard it, but he pretends to be ignorant anyway, or he is beyond redemption. Al-Qaeda was created by the USA during the Russian occupation to Afghanistan. They wanted to defeat their enemy, Russia, so they sent, those soldiers, freedom fighters. At the beginning, they were freedom fighters against the Russian invasion, occupation. And Al-Qaeda won, also Taliban. Then those, who won against Russia, they thought that they are something valuable, or they have value of some kind. So they started, demanding from the US to withdraw its soldiers and presence in the Arabian Peninsula, what you call Saudi, and from Qatar, and from Kuwait, and from Bahrain, and from the Emirates. Americans, soldiers, are not supposed to be in those places because Saudi, or the Arab Peninsula, used to be where the footsteps of the Sahaba and the Prophet and the message of Islam walking. It's holy for the Muslims all over the world. So this Al-Qaeda, who defeated the Russians' invasion, occupation, started demanding from the US, take your soldiers away from the Arabian Peninsula. You have no right to be here. The West didn't listen. So this elevated, and the West, instead of taking the soldiers out, where they do not deserve to be, so they started building a huge military base in Qatar. So Al-Qaeda started planning how it could launch a hit to hurt the USA, thinking that this will change anything. And those stupid, made things worse because they are dealing with a stupid enemy. The stupid enemy now, he went and destroyed countries in the name of the war against terrorism. This is how it started. It just wanted you to kick your ass out of the Arabian Peninsula. You have no business being there. This is supposed to be, some places are supposed to be holy ground for the companions of the Prophet, for the armies of Islam that defended themselves against Persia and liberated Persia from paganism, and defended themselves against Rome, defeated Rome, liberated North Africa, liberated Syria, defended themselves against Sheba, and liberated Sheba from paganism. Those are holy grounds for some Muslims. You have no business being there. So they ask you gently, go out. But you are talking to Americans. How you can convince an American who thinks that he is sitting on the best arsenal in the world? You cannot get rid of them this easy. And the situation is worse now. So Al-Qaeda made stupid decision, wrong approach, killing innocent people in the World Trade Center. And by the way, you dear stupid, there were Muslims among those who died in the World Trade Center. Innocent Muslims. You look at the Christians, Muslims are souls, living souls, like Christians, like the Jews. They are no less important. I know that you you love your Jewish, the masters so much. You are pro-Israel all the way, and those they say they are the master race. They are over everybody else. No, they are not. They are lower than all. So it was a simple request that the U.S. ignored. That one thing led to another, and then we had stupid president who came after the terrorists. War against terrorism. It's worse today. And he destroyed Muslim countries in the process. Yes, 19 of the 19 were terrorists, but you pushed them too hard, too bad. You should have listened. And you're still insisting on being in the Arabian Peninsula, in the Gulf area, with all of your ships. And the day will come. You will be kicked out, like you were kicked out of Iraq before. Now you're trying to go back, but believe me, this is a very stupid decision. So yes, 19 of the 19 were against the presence of the US in the Gulf area. Wake up. Start to educate yourselves. Thank you for watching.